AI is having a moment. Again. Every week there is a new model, a new headline, a new "this changes everything" post. And meanwhile, most teams are still trying to answer the same questions. 1. Is this real or just a demo? 2. If we use it, what breaks? Security, privacy, trust, jobs, all of the above? And 3. How do we roll it out without turning the workplace into a science fair? If you have ever sat through an AI strategy meeting that produced a slide deck and a headache, you are in the right place. This is AI Change Desk, AI news you can use, plus change management you can execute. This is AI Change Desk. Thank you for choosing to tune in. Welcome to Episode 1. I am Michael Hanabutros Myring. This show exists for a simple reason. AI is not only a technology shift, it is an operating shift. If you treat it like a shiny new tool you announce and walk away from, people improvise and risk drifts. On AI Change Desk, we do two things. We translate AI news into what it means for real teams, and we convert that into an action plan you can run. Context, impact, action. No hype. Before I go further, quick definitions so we stay in plain English. AI, artificial intelligence, software that performs tasks linked to human judgment, like pattern recognition, prediction, and content generation. LLM, large language model, the engine behind chat-style tools. It predicts likely next words from training patterns. It can sound confident even when wrong. Change management, helping people adopt a new way of working through clear goals, training, communication, feedback loops, and accountability. By day, I work in public sector technology and policy, where failure is not abstract. I started this podcast because I keep seeing the same pattern. Teams get excited about AI, but rollout goes sideways because the organization never changed with it. A familiar example: the pilot works, people love it. Then 6 weeks later, someone asks if sensitive information is allowed in the tool. Now everyone is in emergency policy mode. That was avoidable. Quick boundaries. The views here are my own. This is general information, not legal advice, and not an official statement for any employer or agency. I will not share confidential internal details, and any sponsorship will be labeled clearly. And a direct AI use disclosure. This podcast uses AI in production, scripting support, voice synthesis through an authorized 11 Labs voice model, and automation for packaging and publishing. Editorial judgment and final publish approval remain mine. Here is the contract with listeners. 1. Practical. If a story does not change decisions or operations, we skip it. 2. Credible. If a claim cannot be verified, we treat it as unverified. If it is single source, we say that clearly. 3. Actionable. Every episode ends with steps you can run next week. Most weeks, the main episode runs 25 to 35 minutes. Midweek, we run an AI brief at 8 to 15 minutes. Now let us make episode 1 useful immediately. I use a one-page framework called the 4D desk memo. Decision. What are we deciding? Data. What data touches this, and how sensitive is it? Drift. How could usage drift into unsafe or non-compliant behavior? Deployment. How do we launch so adoption is correct? Use this scenario. Staff want to use an AI chat tool for drafting emails and summarizing documents. Decision. Are we allowing this, and under what constraints? Data. What can be pasted? Public information is usually low risk. Internal operational information depends on tool and contract. Personal information gets strict quickly. Drift. Even with rules, drift happens. Someone pastes a full thread once. Someone uploads a document because it is faster. Someone shares outputs externally without review. Someone starts using the tool for decisions it was never approved for. Deployment. Do not skip this. You need one short, readable rule, examples of allowed and not allowed use, a 10-minute training, a Q&A channel, and 1 or 2 measurements. That is change management. Safe path equals easy path. Why the name AI Change Desk? Because a desk is where work gets triaged, where noise becomes decisions. This show sorts what matters, what does not, what is risky, what is ready, and what to do next.
I also want this show to be a practical resource, not just commentary. In every launch package, we include the inner workflow: research scan, source verification, script editing, voice generation, audio QA, RSS publication, and website deployment. If you are an executive, listen for decision points. If you are in IT, security, privacy, HR, legal, or comms, listen for drift points. If you are a frontline operator, listen for concrete prompts you can apply this week. Here is this week's listener question: what is one AI-related decision your organization keeps postponing? Policy, procurement, allowed tools, training, data rules. Send one. Next episode, we start the core format on current AI stories: how to evaluate tools beyond demos, how to write allowed use standards people actually follow, and how to measure adoption without vanity metrics. No rumors, no guessing.
Episode 1 is in the books. If this was useful, subscribe and share it with one person who needs an operational lens on AI. I am Michael Hannah-Butros-Myring, and this is AI Change Desk. AI news you can use and change management you can execute. This is AI Change Desk. See you next time.